The Fender Ultra II line is out. You already saw our review of the Telecaster. More have arrived, so today we're going to get into the nitty-gritty about the rest of the lineup. Stick around. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee.
I'm Cooper Greenberg.
We're here with Alamo Music in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, like our videos. If you want to support the channel, visit our spring store link below for custom swag and check out our podcast, the Fretboard Confessional, wherever you get your podcast. So it's, I guess, been about a week from the time that we're filming this that Fender has launched the Ultra II, which is basically a refreshed iteration of the Ultra line that they came out with about 4 years ago. And so we had the Telecaster at launch, or just before launch, in order to show you that. Lots of cool new little adjustments and changes to it. Today we're taking a look at the Strats in the lineup. So we've got the 3 single coil version, or as we like to call it, the
I don't call it that.
Yeah, he does. He walks around saying it all the time. And then he calls this the which is the HSS version.
Snake jazz.
And
we got the Meteora.
The newest lineup that replaced the previous offsets, it is the Meteora. That is the HH version.
Yeah, I'm going to put the Meteora down. Let's talk Strats.
Putting the Meteora down.
Putting it out of its misery. Strat-wise, we got the Nobe. We got the Sin. And we got the Tex.
There you go.
Texas T, HSS. Obviously, Texas T available in the previous Ultra line, but it's a cool enough color that they brought it over.
Didn't they only keep 2, the Texas T and the Ultra Burst?
Ultra Burst, yeah. Which Ultra Burst is cool too.
It's cool.
Every lineup's got a sunburst in
Yeah.
it. You know, that's a cool sunburst, but the Texas T and what was previously Cobra Blue, like these two, obviously it's not the same exact thing.
Right.
The blue and the Texas T seem to be the ones that people like the best, and the previous Ultra line.
Right.
So, I don't know why they didn't keep it Cobra Blue, but the Sinister Blue looks really good. So why not?
You know, we talked about with the Telecaster that most of these colors come from modern car colors, and when we say modern car, we're talking about Teslas and McLarens and, you know, high-end Audis and that kind of a thing. So the Noble Blue, I'm not entirely sure. Someone can let us know in the comments below if you know where this, you know, DuPont color comes from. But it reminds me of some stuff that I've seen on, like, I think BMW has an M4 that's a pretty close color. So this may be from that. That looks like something that, you know, might come on a Tesla or something.
Got that Sinister Red. All anodized pick guards, so it's not just a black pick guard,
Nope.
but it's the anodized aluminum. And then these are the SSS versions. I don't say S, but if you do, it's
cool.
your time to shine. Just like the previous Ultras, pickup switching will be normal 5-way, and then your S1 kicks on the neck pickup in positions 1 and 2, which, this is a little spoiler alert, I demoed the Ultra II Tele last week, I guess. That's when we shot that, or the previous week. And I made a comment about how the pickups, I had to do a little work to them with the amp EQ to get it where I liked. This one, straight up, plugged it in. I thought it sounded really good, and I really like that kind of 7-way mod. I think that is a great option. You know?
That's one of my kind of favorite things to do on a Strat, is to give you the option of kind of adding in and girthing up the sound by adding the neck pickup. So I think it's pretty cool. All of these are the latest version of the noiseless pickups. So
Gen 49, I think.
Gen 47.
Gen
We're not
Alpha.
quite there yet. But yeah, so it's, you know, they're nice, quiet single coils, which is a good thing.
But these have mojo, I think.
They do.
I think they got mojo. Now, the color of your body determines the color of your neck, I guess. It's the same with humans. So if you get the Sinister Red, you're getting maple. If you're getting the Noble Blue or Texas T, you're getting ebony. Now, on the Texas T over there, humbucker, obviously, in the bridge. And it's hot. It's hot. Is that a Haymaker in there?
This is a Haymaker, so that's their new design that they came out with. It's already noiseless since it's a humbucker.
Yeah.
It's paired with 2 noiseless single coils, and then you've got the coil tap. So if you want to add noise, you can.
You can add in the noise.
Yeah.
The fret dots on here are labule. Luminlay. Yeah. Luminlay, so they're glowing.
I'm going to
in
steal the
dark.
Declaration of Independence.
Yeah. And locking tuners, quarter sawn maple neck with the the augmented D?
It is the
it's the modern
it's the
D.
modern D.
Augmented was the Ultra Lux.
That's right. So yeah, locking tuners, and they are kind of low profile. Sometimes you get staggered where it'll be a larger post kind of going down. These are all really kind of low post locking tuners, which doesn't usually get mentioned, but it's kind of important because what it does is it affects the breakover angle at the nut. There's still a string tree on these, but it does kind of lock everything down in a better way. You've got these chrome covered brass saddles that are really comfortable if you're going to be palm muting. So that's a nice thing. And, you know, like you said, all anodized aluminum pickguards. More obvious with some of the colors. So like with the Texas T and I think the white, the Avalanche.
Are you talking Avalanche?
It's also got the silver anodized. And those are also haymakers.
These are haymakers, and this is your Meteora coil split. And then interesting kind of vibe over here. So you got a normal tone knob right there that is just, you know, works on both master tone, master volume, coil split, and then a bass cut.
Yeah, so a normal tone knob is already a treble cut, effectively, and now you've got a
reverse tone.
Bass cut, yeah, reverse tone.
Reverse tone. And absolutely the most knurled knobs you've ever seen.
Seriously, they're like heavy duty.
That's like 80 grit knurled. And so this is the Avalanche Meteora. For those of you that are wondering, you know, do I like this versus my Ultra Jazzmaster that I have? I think it's apples and oranges. However, I will tell you this is like 12 pounds lighter than my Jazzmaster. This thing is really surprisingly light. It's pretty slim kind of body, you know, but really, really light. And I actually enjoy it quite a bit.
The Meteora has kind of quickly become one of the favorites in the lineup in the store. I have theories. Partly it's new, right? So it's kind of a different thing that was previously available. I've seen some things online, particularly in Reddit, with people asking why is the Meteora why is it two humbuckers? Like, why not two single coils? But you technically have two single coils. It's splittable. Yeah. So it's the best of both worlds. And at least for me, when they first came out with this, it was kind of a tele setup. Like, that guitar needs humbuckers. And each iteration after has had humbuckers. I think that's what suits it. Yeah. It's a rock and roll guitar.
It's rocking. Yeah.
I like that, you know, they still have all of the typical kind of curvature. Yeah. You know, some people have wondered, why didn't they do a bigger change? It's a small iteration. The big change was going to the Ultra lineup, really changing the curves of the bodies with these guitars. And so, yeah, you'd expect kind of a small change. But, yeah, with the Meteora, you notice, like, you don't have as deep of a cut because you have a very shallow cutaway to begin with. Yeah. There's just so much access available at the top of the fretboard there.
Very, very cool. So I got to play all three, primarily clean, but you can kind of hear when you kick on the humbuckers, there's pretty big dynamic change. And I think they all sound good. So take a listen.
So there you have it. As we mentioned, the way that these are set up color-wise, your configuration of the guitar and the fretboard and the colors are all kind of tied together. One of the colors we haven't featured yet is Solar Flare. We did get a Tele in with Solar Flare. And it already sold?
Yeah.
It's a cool color. I think that, to me, when I saw them, was the one I really liked. That guitar and the 3 single coil configuration comes with a maple board. And I think if you get an HSS, it's ebony. Is typically how it works. But very cool color. I think all of these are pretty good. You were anxious to see the Avalanche when we shot the Tele
I like
video.
the Avalanche. I will say that I think of all of them that I've played so far, the Meteora is probably my favorite. The Avalanche is definitely different than the Arctic Pearl or whatever it was before, because it's less metallic, but I think it really works nice with the big old anodized pickguard. And just in terms of the feel, my Strat playing abilities have gone down as I've played my Tele more. It's just a thing that's happened to me. But this one was like, one, nice volume access there for a little swell. And it's just light and it kind of rocks. So I dig this one. But if I'm picking a Strat, I like the HSS a lot. I think that the it's always like a weird thing. Is the humbucker going to try to be the same kind of level
Right.
as a single coil so you don't get that much of a jump? That one was obviously a big jump, but I thought, I thought it was pretty cool how it sounded.
Yeah, there's definitely two ways to go about it. You want the big jump because you really want that for lead lines, or you want it to balance better and have kind of the in-between sounds work. But if you've got the ability to coil tap, you can kind of do that anyway. So yeah, you could argue that that's the way to go, is to have more power out of the humbucker and get those searing lead sounds that are swell. So
more power to you, you know what I'm saying?
So favorite color out of the bunch so far? You've seen them all now.
I've seen them all. Honestly, I think it's the Avalanche.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I think it's subtle, and I'm looking forward to seeing it on the other ones because, like, white telly, that's good for me. But I dig Sinister Red, too. I think the red looks really nice.
Red's cool. Noble Blue's cool. I really like the Solar Flare, and we haven't received one yet, but I saw the Meteora in the Ultra Burst. So right now we have the Avalanche. We have the Texas T, which has an ebony board, right?
Yeah.
And then I don't remember what the fingerboard is on the Ultra Burst for the Meteora, but it looks really cool.
Is that with like more of a gold anodized?
Yeah. It's a really good look. So I dig it. I think it's a great kind of iteration of the line. Again, you wouldn't expect 4-year-old guitar to have dramatic changes to it. Everything that was there that was already great, it still remains. All the modern things like your strap locks and your locking tuners and your modern pickups and your compound radius is great. And I love the addition of ebony because ebony looks great. It's nice and dark. It wears really well. There's a reason that so many more premium guitars, like previously the Ultra Luxes, you think about Les Paul Customs, there's a reason why ebony is usually reserved for those kinds of guitars. It's going to hold your frets really well. It's going to look really good. It's going to wear really well. So all in all, they're fantastic. We'll just see, how the public takes the Ultra 2s. I know a lot of people are excited about them. And yeah, they're already selling.
It's like totally split. Everything that I see online about it, people are like, oh my God, these rock. And others are like, what's the difference? But to me, obviously, this guitar,
these dots glow in the dark now.
Yeah. But I think aesthetically, just with the pickguard change, the colors and the ebony and stuff, they just look more modern.
Yeah.
But in almost kind of a retro kind of way. Like, I don't know. It's a cool look that I think distinguishes it from Pro 2s and Vintage 2s in a way that you can visually tell. Because, like, you look at a Ultra Burst Ultra, it looks pretty old school.
Yeah.
But these are pretty decidedly, like, this is new school guitar.
Well, Fender's talked about that, right? There's a legacy and a tradition that they kind of have to adhere to. Mm-hmm. So it's how much can you try to get outside those lines a little bit while staying true to what the instruments are.
Yeah.
And, with your Strats and with your Tellies, there's so much. That's kind of a whole new canvas that they're able to do because it's a whole new body shape. So I dig them. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Are you excited about them? Would you like to see a return of some of the old colors that were on the previous Ultra guitars? And are you wanting to buy one, or are you waiting to see what they do next?
You're going to want to go to alamomusic.com to look at the photos. That's all I have to say.
That's a good segue.
Yeah,
Cooper.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let us know what you think. Go to the website if you're interested in any of these. And if you dig guitar content, make sure you keep coming back to our channel. Subscribe, turn on notifications, like our videos, and we will see you next time.